Hi guys, Stefan here again. Now that the holidays are over, I decided I'd pop up on here and do a quick end of the year pickups video. And my wife and I both added to our big plushie collection. She gave me Urza from Fairy Tail, and I gave her Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, one of her favorite video game series of all time. So these are pretty cool here. We also found a couple cool kind of 80s things. I gave her Poochie, the old VHS. It's interesting because it was basically a commercial for the toy, but it's actually kind of a cool short little video, and it's completely, all the artists are completely 100% Japanese, has an anime look, kind of in the vein of something like Thundercats, where it's an American production that uses a lot of Japanese artists to give it a better look, and that was pretty cool there. And my wife also got to go with her Pikachu shirt. She got this really cute Pokeball hat. My brother gave that to her. It's pretty cool here. And a Pokemon blanket that has the original 4 here. You see Pikachu and Charmander, and then there's Bulbasaur and Squirtle there. So a lot of 80s and 90s kind of nostalgic stuff, and going along with that, I got some really cool action figures. And even better than that, they are sealed action figures from some of my favorite 90s shows growing up. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, I'm an absolute Trekkie, and I can't believe probably the two coolest things they got this whole holiday season. My wife gave me a sealed Commander Benjamin Sisko. This is the Series 1 from Star Trek Deep Space Nine during its first season when this came out, and I used to have a whole set of these when I was a kid. And also my favorite Star Trek character, Worf, and this is Lieutenant Worf in the green uniform, so his second uniform on Star Trek The Next Generation. Really cool there. And my brother gave me a really cool one that he found, I think when he was at the beach, some boardwalk shop was selling all kinds of retro action figures and trading cards and that kind of stuff, and he got me Xena. But what's even cooler is that these are a whole series I used to have as well in the back here. I used to have all those. And this one was always my favorite because eventually they did release a line of Xena Warrior Princess action figures, but they were a different size than the Hercules ones. For some reason, the two series weren't uniform in size. And this one was nice because it was Xena before the spin-off series started. It was her outfit and her look from when she was on Hercules, the Xena trilogy. So this was really cool. This is one of my favorites growing up, my favorite Xena action figure. So it was really cool getting a lot of very nostalgic stuff. It was a very interesting Christmas for that. I also, in the vein of Xena and Hercules and that type of thing, I gave my wife Jack of All Trades, the complete series. She absolutely loves this. Bruce Campbell is hilarious, and I'm a little more I like Cleopatra 2525 a little bit more than Jack of All Trades, but this is definitely her preference between those two. Great series. If you've never watched this, I mean, it's a short series, and you could pick up the DVD set pretty cheap if you like that type of campy humor that was in a lot of Xena and Hercules episodes, or if you're a fan of Bruce Campbell and you never saw this, check out Jack of All Trades. This is up there, I think, with Briscoe County Jr., if not a little bit better as far as some of Bruce Campbell's best work. Along with that, I got a lot of t-shirts this Christmas. I think 8 or 9 shirts I got, including this one here, Dynamic Muscle. It's Kai Green's new brand, and it's cool because there is a signature on the back with one of his kind of mottos, catchphrases, whatever you want to call it, and you'll see a bunch of those in upcoming videos. I'm going to be wearing a different one of those shirts all the time for the next couple months. Anything from DBZ to Star Trek to Star Wars to really cool PlayStation logo ones. Lots of cool shirts, themed shirts. And also for Star Trek, I got 2 really cool fridge magnets from my aunt here, and there you see James T. Kirk and the original Enterprise here. And adding to the ever-growing Hello Kitty collection, I actually got a really nice Hello Kitty lunchbox. It's one of those nice tin ones here. It's actually really big, if you can see on the side here. So it's actually a really nice lunchbox, and I do like some of those older style nostalgic themed lunchboxes. Are an interesting thing to collect. Not really something I focus on, but they're a nice thing to kind of fill out the way a shelf looks. They're related to different things that you enjoy. Kind of a cool collectible there. And my brother found, I think either it was at a yard sale or Goodwill or one of those things, he randomly found a PlayStation logoed little thermos here, and it's really cool because it's in beautiful shape. You can see it here. There's Hasn't been peeled off at all. Looks like it's barely been washed. In great shape, and it's nice because it's the original PlayStation logo. It's the, definitely PS1 with the white and the colored PlayStation logo there. So really, really cool. That was an interesting find. And my crazy thing that my brother got me from we have a really big Renaissance fair here in Pennsylvania, and there are a lot of really cool blacksmiths there, and a lot of really cool genuine weaponry, along with stuff that's more of a display piece. And when I opened it up, I thought what my brother got me here was going to be more of just sort of a display piece, and then I picked it up and like, this has a little bit of weight to it, and he actually got me a really cool real stainless steel katana. So this is really, really cool. I really like this, and the fact that it is a real heavy, steel blade. So this is really cool. Really like this. This is awesome. You can see it's a little bit on the handguard and the hilt and everything. There's a little bit of designs of like little gold dragons and things in here. This is really, really cool. My wife said, what do you need that for? And I said, well, protect the apartment. But yeah, this is really, really cool to have. I've always wanted one, and I've just never really just decided to go out and grab one. And the last really cool thing here, my wife and I both got gift cards to some local thrift stores. And that is awesome. If you go to a lot of thrift stores and you really use that as a resource to try and find some of this interesting nostalgic stuff, or hunt for video games, both for your collection or resale or whatever, you know that's just such a great, exciting gift, because that's what my wife and I do a lot for sort of our date days. We like to go around to thrift stores when we both have a day off together, because it doesn't happen very often, and when we do, we spend the day going to thrift stores, go out to lunch maybe. A lot of fun, and we actually found some really cool stuff. And around here, it's next to impossible to find consoles, especially in good shape. Depending where you live, you might have seen lots of people, especially on YouTube, or even just talking to people I know that live in different areas, and it's a lot easier to find consoles. Here, you almost never find them. If you do, they're in terrible shape, and sometimes they'll have them for like $5, $10, and I might grab one up that's really dirty and fix it up, because it's still a pretty good deal if you know how to fix things up. But I found a really great deal thanks to my brother who spotted it, and I finally re-added an original Xbox to my collection. I haven't had one in close to 8 years now. It's in perfect working order. I mean, you can barely hear the tray when it comes out. The buttons still click. I came with 2 controllers. Really good deal with this. This is one of the best finds I've had at a thrift store in a while, just because you don't find systems in great working condition around here. Perfect, and it's just one of those things where got rid of it a long time ago, have over 30 games to the original Xbox, and have never been able to pick one up since then, never seen one for a great deal in good shape. But yeah, finally have an original Xbox, so eventually you're going to start seeing some reviews from some of my favorite original Xbox games coming up here in the new year. We also added to our ever-growing Goosebumps collection, and we are getting close to completing the original series. I forget what it is, 62 or something like that. The ones from the early 90s that we grew up with in elementary school. And we have a couple of different ones, and like more tales to give you goosebumps, that type of thing. And we picked up a couple more of the Reader Beware, the Choose Your Own Adventure books. And I really like these because my library in my town and my school library at my first elementary school had a lot of the old 80s, like 70s and 80s Choose Your Own Adventure books. So I remember reading a lot of those and really getting into the Goosebumps versions of those when those first came out. So we got a couple of those. I also had a really cool find of Seinfeld seasons 1 and 2. I really liked Seinfeld, a great series, and it's in pristine condition. One of the discs on the inside, like this was actually almost sealed. It was such a cool deal. Less than $2. So that was a really great find. You never know going to thrift stores what you're going to find for cheap. And speaking of really bizarre finds, there are a lot of stores around here will have boxes and boxes of old LPs. And you're looking through all the records, and a lot of them are in terrible shape. And every once in a while, once every a couple of months, you might find a laser disc slipped in there. And we actually found 2 this time. We found Beauty and the Beast, the regular version, not the big deluxe box one, but still really cool. Found Beauty and the Beast, and it's in perfect shape. It's still in the protected, little seal here, and not a single scratch on it. And then we also got Interview with the Vampire, and the same thing, the discs are in perfect shape. This one it's not a box set, but it's a fold out because it's on 2 discs. So that was really awesome, and these were 47 cents a piece. I gotta say, that's pretty awesome. You almost never find laser discs, but when we do, every time I go, I search through those. Sometimes over 100 of those records and find nothing most of the time. But when you do, they're just in there. They don't know what they are. They don't know what a laser disc is. So they shove it in there, pull it out, 47 cents. Great. So this is just a quick pickups video, and I'll do another one at the end of January because one thing I got was some Amazon gift cards, and I ended up going online and getting a bunch of Dreamcast pickups. So I'm sure you guys will be interested in that, knowing that I'm a big Dreamcast fan, and I know that a lot of people who watch my channel are fans of the Dreamcast and Shenmue, and so I'll do another pickups video just because I feel that is something that you guys would be interested in because you're also fans of that stuff, and maybe I'll have a few that you haven't played before, and I'll definitely ask you when I show you guys. These are mostly games I never got a chance to play when I originally had my Dreamcast in the early 2000s, so I'd love to hear your impressions when I do that at the end of January. Anyway, thank you for watching, and let me know below if you got any interesting stuff for the holidays, or if you got any cool holiday stories. Did you visit a friend you haven't seen in a long time? What was it like for you this past couple of weeks here? What fun stuff did you get into?